Commander Zelthar stood before the ancient containment field, his 3 hearts pounding in synchronous dread. For 8,000 cycles, this barrier had surrounded a small blue planet in the unfashionable arm of the galaxy. The Galactic Council had forbidden anyone from approaching it, and those old enough to remember why had long since turned to dust. "The seals are failing," announced Dr. Kivrex, her optical sensors flickering with concern. "We estimate complete collapse within 3 solar rotations." Zelthar's mandibles clicked nervously. As the Council's chief security director, he had finally been granted access to the classified archives. What he discovered had stolen his sleep for weeks. The species imprisoned within called themselves humans. The records began innocuously enough. First contact had occurred during the height of the Krill Empire, when the galaxy knew prosperity and peace. A primitive species, barely having achieved faster-than-light travel, had stumbled into galactic space. The Council had welcomed them as they did all newcomers. The humans were strange. They possessed no natural armor, no venom, no telepathic abilities. Their lifespans were remarkably short, their bodies fragile. They seemed to lack every advantage that had allowed other species to become apex predators on their worlds. But then the Krill made a mistake. They attacked a human colony world, believing these soft creatures would make excellent slaves. The war lasted 3 months. The Krill Empire, which had stood for 50,000 years, ceased to exist. The Council had watched in horror as humanity demonstrated something the galaxy had never encountered: an absolute refusal to surrender. Humans didn't fight like other species. They didn't calculate acceptable losses or negotiate territory. When threatened, they became something else entirely. Zelthar scrolled through the battle records, his blood running cold. The humans had weaponized everything. They'd crashed ships traveling at relativistic speeds into Krill installations. They'd hacked Krill AI systems and turned their automated defenses against them. They'd engineered diseases, collapsed stars, and deployed weapons that violated every known convention of warfare. But that wasn't what had terrified the Council. What terrified them was how quickly humans learned. Every Krill tactic was countered within days. Every weapon was reverse-engineered and improved within weeks. The humans absorbed technology like a sponge absorbs water, adapting it in ways the original creators had never imagined. One report made Zelthar's skin crawl. Human prisoners exposed to Krill neural interface technology for interrogation purposes. Within 72 hours, subjects had learned to hack the interfaces from within their own minds. Casualties: 47 interrogators, 3 AI cores corrupted beyond recovery. Recommendation: no further neural contact. When the Krill homeworld fell, the Council convened an emergency session. The decision was unanimous. "We cannot allow this species to proliferate," the ancient Archon had declared. "They are not evil, but they are relentless. They bond with other species too easily, learn too quickly, and fight with a ferocity born from evolving on a death world. If we cannot contain them, they will dominate the galaxy within 1,000 cycles. Not through malice, but through sheer unstoppable momentum." The containment field had been the galaxy's most ambitious project, a sphere of folded space-time isolating Earth and its fledgling colonies. Inside, time passed normally. Outside, millennia flowed like rivers. The Council had hoped humanity would destroy itself in isolation, as aggressive species often did. Or perhaps they would evolve into something gentler. They had been wrong on both counts. "Sir," Kivrex interrupted his reading, "we're receiving a transmission. From inside the barrier. Impossible. Nothing could penetrate the field. The technology required didn't exist." Zelthar's display flickered to life. A human face appeared, older than those in the ancient records but unmistakably human. The woman smiled. "Hello," she said in perfect galactic standard. "My name is Admiral Chen of the Terran Federation. We've been aware of your barrier for approximately 6,000 years. We've been politely waiting for you to take it down." Zelthar felt his legs weaken. "You knew?" "Of course. We detected the space-time distortion within a century of its activation. Took us another 2 centuries to understand its purpose." Her smile never wavered. "We've been busy inside our bubble. Colonized a few hundred systems. United our species. Made some remarkable technological breakthroughs. We even sent probes outside. Your barrier has a fascinating quantum signature, by the way." "You could have escaped," Zelthar whispered. "We could have. About 4,000 years ago, actually. But we decided to wait. We figured you were afraid of us and breaking out would only confirm your fears. Admiral Chen leaned forward. We humans have a saying, speak softly and carry a big stick. We've spent 8 millennia building the biggest stick imaginable, but we'd really prefer to just talk. Kivrex checked her sensors. Commander, I'm detecting thousands of ships decloaking in the surrounding sectors. They've been outside the barrier this entire time. Admiral Chen's expression turned serious. The barrier is failing naturally, and we wanted to make first contact on our terms. We're not the species you locked away. We've had 8,000 years to think about what happened with the krill. We learned something important. Strength without wisdom is just violence. Zelthar felt the weight of ages lifting from his shoulders. What do you want? The same thing we wanted 8,000 years ago, she replied. To be part of the Galactic community. To share, to learn, to grow. We're not interested in conquest, Commander. We're interested in friends. She paused. But make no mistake, if you try to cage us again, we will break every chain you forge. We are human. We endure. The containment field collapsed in a cascade of brilliant light. The galaxy held its breath. And humanity, patient and terrible and hopeful, finally came home.